What's up, YouTube? This is Jamal,
Shakira.
and this is just us three. Welcome to our channel, man. We're gonna be giving you different content coming up as far as just giving you guys an introduction into who we are and
Where we're from.
all that.
Story time.
Story time.
Probably do some, how you call it? Mukbang.
Mukbang.
That.
Mukbang. I don't know.
But first, for the first few videos, it might just be about our daughter.
Yes. That's kind of one of the main things that inspired us to create the channel is our daughter, Jaels. And we're going to be giving you her story in full detail as much as possible, and we're going to try to give it to you as correctly as possible.
Right, which is why I have the notebook, so we can stay on point.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
A straight timeline. Because we don't want to miss anything, and
exactly.
We're going to tell you the truth, you know, about
we're going to tell
everything,
you our
how
honest...
we're feeling. I'm not going to sugarcoat or lie about none of that.
Yeah,
it's going to be real and raw.
Exactly.
You know, I don't care how you feel after, you know, we tell you.
Because, I mean, we're not trying to give you some fraud or fake interpretation of how we felt about being parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our real life situation and how we dealt with it. You know, someone else may have dealt with theirs completely different. You know, if so, that's them, you know what I'm saying? But we want to give you guys our story. That's why it's, you know, we want to bring it to you full on truth, no cap, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
And by the title, you should already know what we're going to talk about if you read the title.
Yes.
So, where we start? Like I said, my name is Shakira.
And I'm Jamal.
We are from North Carolina.
Yes. Born and raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pretty much give y'all a backstory on us later.
Yeah.
And go into all that. That's a whole nother spill that we can get into. But for now, we just gonna give y'all the story on our beautiful daughter Jaels and give you her story first. Then we're gonna come later behind that with ours.
All right.
You know, give you a full on, in-depth look at us and how we began. Because I think it's a great story.
It is.
You know, so yeah, definitely gonna give y'all guys that. But first, we're gonna give y'all guys the tea on us and on her. We're gonna give y'all the tea on her and get y'all.
Without further ado, so I never wanted kids. I always said I didn't want any, not even one. That was the last thing on my list.
That's true. Know. Since I've known her, she's always been like, "Do you want kids? Because I don't want any." Like,
and if you
want any,
then you need
then
to
go
ahead with somebody else.
She like, you need to find you somebody else. Like that.
Yeah,
she was dead serious too.
I wasn't with it.
She was like, "I do not want kids. I do not want to be a parent."
And anybody that knows me knows.
Yeah. Cause
I don't.
And she give you examples. Like she'd be like, yeah, cause when you got kids, you gotta get the car seat and all that stuff. I just can't get up and go. But you know, when you're young and you're single and stuff, or even if you're in a relationship, like you don't have to. When you're in a relationship, you don't have to carry that person with you. Like they can fend for themselves. When you get with a child, they solely rely on you.
Yeah, and I didn't want that responsibility to have a life in my hands was the scariest thought ever. Facts. So I didn't.
And not only that, man, you always, you know, not everybody, but most people, they're worried about what kind of parent they're gonna be, and if the mother or father is gonna be in the picture long term, or just not even as far as them being together, just them if say it don't work out, can we still come together and co-parent and make sure we raise this child the best way possible? Like everybody not with that, so that's one of the things too. But yeah, she never wanted kids. I was always neutral. It was something like where if I didn't have kids, cool, I'm fine with that. And then if I do, fine, I'll be prepared for that. But it's nothing I was like. I wasn't one of them guys that was like, yeah, I want like 3, 4, 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? 3 boys, 2 girls. Like that. Like I wasn't never that guy.
I was not neutral at all. I knew
she was straight negative.
But
Negative. Negative. She won't none of them motherfuckers.
but of course we ended up having.
Yes, we ended up having one.
And we found out after my birthday.
We found out about 2 weeks after our birthday.
Yeah, found out in
July. I think.
No. Found out in August.
We found out in August, but I was gonna say July 28th, which is close to August anyway. But yeah, you know how that go. Birthday.
And I'm gonna save that whole story for another time. Too.
Yeah.
But basically, when I found out, I just stared at the wall for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And all these thoughts were just running through my head, like, "Oh my God, how did this happen?"
I was just in disbelief. I was like, "What?" Because I mean, we at the time we had been together for like relationship wise, as far as actually dating, we had been together probably like 4 years. Mm-hmm. Never, you had the scares in your relationship. You had the scare like, oh, I might be pregnant. My period a few days late.
And that happened.
And it happened so many times. You'd be like, oh, it's just another.
My mama don't want to hear this.
Nah, your mom.
Sorry, but
this ain't a video for you, mom. Dude.
It is what it ain't.
It is what it ain't. Yeah, just fast forward. As soon as you hear late.
It was a few times, I would be a little late and I would say, "Oh my God," and he'd be like, "Just wait, give it a few days."
Yeah, I could be having a great day at work and she just randomly texts me like, "My period ain't came up." I'll be like, "Damn, I can't eat." He's like,
but
y'all fellas, y'all know how that be. Like the first few times you be sweating it, but after she said so many times, you be like, and then she be alright.
Yeah, and then it'll end up coming on, and that's what I thought was gonna happen this time,
pretty
but
much.
No.
Nah, it won't did like.
And
she took a lot of tests.
I took about 5 tests, and then I even had to have a doctor tell me before I believed it. I felt like somebody was playing a joke on me or something.
Yeah, she did.
But it was true. Whatever.
Yeah. So because I think the first two you took, they said that the first time it said you wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, the first time it said I wasn't, and I went out and I celebrated.
Yeah. We had some wine.
But but I talked to my friend Trina. Hey Trina, and I talked to my cousin's wife, Denise. Hey
Nisi. What's up?
And they both said no. Wait to take it early in the morning, like as soon as you wake up.
That morning piss. That's why when you go to a job and they drug test you, they let it go in the morning because that piss be fresh. You got everything in there. So
anyway, I went and I got a clear blue. I said I was gonna save this for another time. Anyway, go past that. So
quick. Just know that clear blue is true.
Yeah.
It went ahead and told you like, hey, you are definitely pregnant, but she didn't believe it. She had to have a doctor literally say, yeah, it's a fetus in there. Yeah. And then then she's like, oh, it's real.
Fast forward.
Yeah.
I wasn't sick before I found out I was pregnant. I was already a month and 3 weeks, almost 2 months when we found out. Yeah. And I wasn't sick until after I found out I was pregnant.
That's weird how that worked.
Yeah, it was crazy. I started throwing up and the usual normal stuff. And so, going through that and adjusting to having a baby inside me because it's weird.
Yeah, especially for a person that didn't want a child to begin with. It's definitely going to be weird.
But abortion was
we both was like not for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. In our younger years, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not knocking nobody that has ever had an abortion or has done that, depending on the situation, you may feel the need to have an abortion, depending on how young you are or, whether it's a situation where, you don't see yourself being with that person long term and y'all just had a one night thing, or it's just too early to give yourself that type of responsibility between somebody you really don't know that well. We had known each other a long
Yeah.
long
met
time.
In, what, 09?
We met like 09, 2010, something like that.
Okay,
time.
so.
But anyway, we was against having an abortion.
Right.
Point
And,
blank.
we were going to our normal checkups and stuff like that.
Every week.
And when we went to find out the sex, for one, we were gonna have a gender reveal, so
yes.
She put, the paper in the envelope, whatever, and then they sent us to this room, and a doctor came in. I don't think we ever seen this one before.
No.
And he came in and said that they couldn't really see, what was it?
The kidney?
They couldn't really see the whole kidney, but they felt like it was something going on with it. So we got referred to Greenville.
Yeah, because we were going to the women's clinic in New Bern at the time.
Right. So we got referred to Greenville, and I remember I just cried, and because you don't want to. It's your first child for one, and you don't want to hear that something is wrong with them.
Yeah, like you want when it's your first child, any of your children, period. You know what I'm saying? Not just, but especially when it's your first experience going through that, you want everything to just run perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want any little minor hiccups or anything to go on, and that just dampened our spirits. You know what I'm saying? When that happened.
And I did a lot of crying, but
yeah.
We got home, and I was still a little down, and we had the envelope with the gender inside, and he was like, maybe we should just open it, get some kind of good.
Yeah, so for all the family out there, when we were supposed to have the gender reveal, that's why we never had it. That's the reason why
nobody did.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all didn't
like,
know that, but
it wasn't just because I just wanted to be nosy, and I was anxious. Like, we just wanted something to get our minds off of what we had just heard. So that's why we never had a gender reveal.
Right. Sorry. Did we explain
that? We never explained that.
Sorry. But that's the reason why.
But that's why,
So we end up, he opened it.
He
opened it. I wanted a boy. I was dead set on a boy. I had a name picked out and everything. I just knew I was having a boy. I
wanted a boy, but I knew that she wanted a boy so bad we wasn't gonna have one because she wanted it too much. Like, it's like anytime you want something too bad, just like when you trying to get a job and it's a job you want really bad. When you really want that mother, you don't get no calls. The minute you stop worrying about it and you like try to start applying everywhere, like anywhere possible except for that job, they hit your line like, hey, dang, like when I was trying to get on with y'all wouldn't even. So respond with an email. But anyway. That's what it was like.
And opened it, and it's a girl.
It's a girl.
I'm mad at him because it's his fault.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Men determine the sex of the baby.
I gotta Google that. I gotta Google that.
They didn't tell you that in school.
Well, sex ed wasn't about who determined the sex of the baby. It was about a penis and the female.
We're going to Google it after the video. But anyway, found out it was a girl. I'm happy, but I'm mad.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, she was a little tighter than she put it on.
Anyway.
Because she had a whole name. Her name was going to be Amri.
Yeah, I had a whole name. But I think I had a middle name, too.
I think we did have a middle name.
I was dead set. I just knew I was having a boy.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, it was a girl.
I'm happy with my baby girl. So, fast forward some more. We get to the appointment in Greenville. And they did the ultrasounds and, all that stuff. And then they sent us to this little room to wait for the doctor to look over the stuff and all that. And I remember we were about to be, this was right before, the day before Thanksgiving.
We were
about to be late for work.
Because we were like, yo, come on, what's going on? Like, we got to get to work.
Yeah, we walked out of the room like, what y'all, what's taking so long? And one of the nurses said, y'all.
Yeah, she was like, y'all.
Stay.
Yeah,
and that's when I knew.
Because she was like, work can wait.
Yeah,
Like
she
that
like,
type.
this is the more
And you
important.
usually they be like, oh, we know you gotta get to work.
Right.
But she was like, nah, you
Yeah.
need to sit down for this, like, and wait.
So then my heart,
Yeah, you just really, you start getting impatient and just your mind start just,
Right.
going everywhere. Like, what the fuck they gotta tell us? Like,
So
what's this about?
sat back down,
Cause,
doctor.
man, I swear we was waiting like a good 20 minutes.
Shoot, it was longer than that.
20, 30 minutes.
It was almost an hour, I think.
Yeah, it was a long time, man. It was. I'm trying to take into account the fact that we was just in a room, and our mind was going that much. Like, time can seem longer than what it is when you
True.
waiting for a lot of stuff. So
True.
that's why I say 20, 30
Sorry,
minutes.
I did it again. But
I was doing.
doctor ended up coming in,
Yeah.
and he did say it was something going on with her left kidney.
Yeah.
It wasn't flowing how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And we went in there thinking it was only one thing going on.
Yeah.
He told us it was something going on in her brain. She had a blockage in her brain.
Yeah.
She had a hole in her heart. What else?
The kidney.
So her brain,
They wanted to
her
check.
heart, kidney.
That was that, and due to that, they wanted to check for his spina bifida and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
based on what was going on with the brain, he pretty much wanted to test for like Down syndrome.
Yeah, and a lot of other
And
syndromes.
chromosomal disorders. They was looking into
my
that,
God,
and like
it was
so
much being thrown at one time.
like once he got past like 3 things, your mind just kind of like snap off.
And he just kept
And he
going,
still
going,
and he still
going,
run through it,
going.
but you still got your mind on the first
Like,
2
hold
or
on,
3 things he
I'm gonna
said.
get the paper and give every. So this is her medical records.
records.
As you can see, it's very thick.
It's a lot.
So she has, or they say she has,
Yeah, they say she is.
Dandy Walker malformation,
Mm-hmm.
hydrocephalus, hydronephrosis, hydroureter, macrocephaly, newborn feeding problems, VSD. Where's the other stuff? I
And it's about everything.
think that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, all of this was
Yeah.
all of that was pretty much discussed within that meeting, and this is like what it had been like. It's been like 4 months. Cause this happened. What?
Yeah.
Before Thanksgiving. So this was like 4 months in.
Yeah.
You find out all this stuff.
It's crazy because we only went there for one.
One
That's like
thing.
going to get your oil changed.
And they tell you like, hey man, you need some new brakes put on. You need
Yeah.
some you need some rotors.
Yo,
You need front wheel alignment. You like, hey man, I just asked you to check
right.
the oil out.
And of course, we wanted to know everything, but it's like,
You
know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Like for your first, your first child, man. You like,
yeah.
you start to think like, damn, like I ain't ready for this.
And I tried not to break down in there, and he was telling me, he was like, just wait till you get outside.
Yeah.
And I was holding it. We went to check out, and that's where I thought I was gonna break down at, but I sucked it up and I held it. How Cleo was holding the bullets and when she got shot and set it off. That's how I was holding it. Anyway,
Nah, for real.
so
For real though, when we finally got like through the double doors, man, she just broke down.
yeah, I broke down, and I don't think I ever cried like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
I don't think I ever felt that like empty inside. Like I felt empty. Like
It hurt.
It hurt, bro. Like somebody took something out of you. Like
That's
cause you at first, you know, you walk in and we had got to a point where we was excited because we were discussing paper names and talking about, you know, planning for the future, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, and if somebody just hits you with all that stuff, man, it just take everything out of you at that moment. You know, and it took a lot of time to build ourselves back up. And
like that Thanksgiving, we didn't eat with anybody.
we didn't eat with nobody.
My mom brought us food to the house. It was just me and him.
Yeah, and we just
didn't want to see nobody.
We didn't want to see nobody. We ain't talk to nobody and nothing. Like, yeah.
And they respected it and gave us our, our time.
Cause we really, it ain't too many people. We really told like all of what went on in that room at the time. Like we just said, we found out this. We need to talk about the 7 things that she was diagnosed with at the time. So yeah, that was probably like one of the most depressing moments in my life. To hear all these things going on with your child, and you start having a lot of doubts.
It's a pain that I can't even explain.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Cause at the end of the day, a child is innocent. They don't have a say so in nothing.
And then I started thinking, I started blaming myself pretty much. Like, what did I do?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah, I told her like you can't think like that because
and my mom did too.
But that's what she automatically think like, dang, well, why this happening? Or and of course you have those thoughts of like, see, this is why I didn't want a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why.
And
things like this.
To keep it real, because I said I would.
Yeah, we definitely keep it a bean.
I thought about getting an abortion.
Yeah.
Because the doctor was saying she would have to have brain surgery, she would have to have heart surgery, all these surgeries on a baby.
Yeah.
A baby.
An infant.
And so, I thought about having an abortion.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to put her through all that.
Yeah. And there's a point where it's like, when you're stuck with a decision where you don't even know if your child is going to be able to fully walk and run and play with other children.
Yeah, because we didn't even explain. Hydrocephalus is a buildup in your brain, and it causes the fluid to make your head larger.
Yeah, it's enlargement because it's built up fluid.
And the dandy walker is where the
cerebellum, I want to say.
Yeah, the cerebellum, which controls your movement, your balance, all that.
All your motor functions.
Hers is underdeveloped. It's not how it's supposed to be. So, they're saying she would have trouble crawling, walking.
Yeah,
just
pretty much keeping her balance.
Right.
She would have problems with that.
Yeah.
In general.
So yeah.
But yeah.
I did think about having.
But yeah, so the dandy walker. On sets, the hydrocephalus, and the hydrocephalus is the spinal fluid build up, because the spinal fluid is supposed to circulate around the brain, then drain down the spinal.
Right.
If there's a blockage, it doesn't have anywhere to drain.
Right.
So
and we'll show pictures at the end of the video.
Yeah, we'll show y'all.
Put everything in there.
But yeah, pretty much, we got hit with all of that at one time, and that it will require brain surgery.
You know what I'm saying? So surgery on an infant.
Yeah, like imagine your child is only 4 days old and they got to go in and have major surgery done on their brain.
Yeah, and fast forward some months, right? We end up meeting this. Man, I don't know his first name. Sorry.
Oh, and mind you, this is we're fast forwarding for you. Like, we didn't actually have the diagnosis of the dandy walker yet.
Yeah, they didn't tell us that.
They didn't tell us
a month before
her pregnancy.
No, before she was born.
I mean, before she was born.
Yeah.
I said pregnancy. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Before she was born.
Yeah.
That was their fault, and I was pissed. We
were
were
pissed off,
about
man.
it. When
like,
they first said the word, we're like, what is that? You know, we knew about the build up in the brain, but the Dandy Walker, we didn't know anything about.
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad and scared. Like, I ain't never been mad and scared at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
cause I was like, I couldn't stop my leg from shaking out. Like, I
Yeah.
was like that, kind of like pissed off and like you know, you be like, what the, like, it's just like shock. Like, what? We ain't never heard this terminology used at all until now.
Yeah, and so they had to sit down and explain it to us.
Yeah.
And I asked to speak to, who was that lady? Can't remember who she was. Anyway, she came in, she explained everything, and then they set up an appointment with Dr. Smith.
Dr. Smith is a neurosurgeon in Greenville.
So we went to talk to him, and he was telling us how he would have to place the I'm drawing a blank.
Place a shunt
in her brain.
Behind her.
Yeah.
It's behind her right here.
Yeah. And it's under the skin. It travels all the way down to her stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All the way down to her stomach.
Yeah.
And she would have to have it for the rest of her life.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it could malfunction, so she would have to go back and have another surgery. It could do this 5 years down the line, 10 years
down the line,
20.
you don't know.
It could be 1 year down the line, 6 months, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff, but she would have to have it for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And if you see her, you will see it. You can see it back there. And we'll show
when
you.
we show you.
So yeah, we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found out we'll be getting induced. I will be getting induced at 39 weeks.
Yeah.
That was exciting but scary because I was tired of being pregnant.
Yeah.
And anybody that knows me knows I like to go to the gym.
You both do.
Couldn't really go to the gym.
I don't think I ain't go at all like that when she was pregnant. Like, it was just so much because like anybody in general you have a lot of doctor's appointments to go to when one's first pregnant.
Yeah.
They do a lot of appointments just to keep a checkup because you have to. When your child is facing all those different medical issues, you definitely have a lot of appointments.
All right.
So we might have 2 or 3 in a week.
Yeah. A lot of stress tests.
A lot of stress tests.
A lot of ultrasounds.
Just to monitor how because they had to keep an eye on how she was developing closely. Like they had to keep a close eye on that.
And we skipped the part. We both have a praying family, and it's amazing. We went back to. We had an appointment for them to look at her heart again.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time they said she would have to have heart surgery. When we went back, they said it wasn't what they thought. Yeah.
That's true.
And that was amazing. My mom went with us to that appointment.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So that was just a glimpse. They just gave us that glimpse of hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just raised them spirits up some. Because, man, we needed some kind of little bit of light shed on this dark situation.
Yeah, and it wasn't nothing but God.
Yeah. We did a lot of praying, man. A lot of praying.
I ain't never done that much praying.
Yeah, like for real, like, man, it definitely affirmed our faith. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't never prayed that much.
But it went from surgery to just a small little hole.
Yeah.
That's gonna close on its own.
Exactly.
So, not worried about that. That's
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and what we talking about next? The hydrocephalus.
You want to do that now or save it for another video?
You said hydrocephalus for another video because this is solely on the on the Dandy Walker hydrocephalus. But yeah, so. And we're going to give you a story on how the pregnancy went, because that's the whole nother story on its own. That's some crazy stuff.
Might do that one next, I don't know.
Yeah, we might do that one next. The pregnancy is crazy.
Went in to get induced. I was excited and scared at the same time.
Definitely.
It was painful. The contractions, and it was like this. And I got to what, 4 centimeters that I was 4 centimeters dilated, and they said.
Long story short, cause we ain't gonna give y'all too much on that. We just gonna say, look. Long story short, for this video, she had to have a C-section with Jay.
Had to have a C-section.
Yeah.
He saw everything. Walked in and saw everything.
Yeah. Right on the table just opened up.
When they pulled her out, I was so out of it. I don't remember how she. I don't remember the cry. I don't remember how she looked. I don't remember none of that. But he does.
Yeah.
And how did you feel when you first saw her head?
I was taken aback because you can't prepare for that because you never seen nothing like that.
Like we knew it was gonna be built up.
Yeah.
But what you saw.
Yeah, I was just like, man, like I was questioning would she be able to walk at that point. Like I was like, yeah, I don't, but she had had surgery, of course. So I kind of commented down like, well, she gonna have surgery, but I still, when I saw her, I saw that, then I saw her as a whole, and I was just like, man, that's it's amazing, like like when you see that, man, if you don't think, I don't know, it looked to each, everybody had their own favorite, but for me, I was like, man, there gotta be a God. When you see something like that happen, man, like when you see a child being born into this world, it's amazing. And she just had the cutest little face. I remember, of course her hair was enlarged and long behind, but she had the cutest little face, looked like her. Of course, yeah. I want her to look like me some, but it's nowhere near. Okay. But it was amazing. She was loud when they first was pulling out. She was loud. But yeah, because they had to, when she was born, they had to take her straight to the NICU. So the NICU people. I held her for a little bit, and I cut the umbilical cord. Then as soon as I did that, they had to go clean her off and take her to the NICU to properly get her fed and she had to get her a feeding tube put in her nose and stuff and all that. She wouldn't have been able to feed her for herself because of how she had problems feeding. You know what I'm saying? Right. That was one of the things, because her what's the term I'm looking for? What? When she's in the womb, the placenta was weakening, and that's where they get their food from the mother from, is the placenta, and that was slowly dying. So that's what caused the induction to happen. That's one of the reasons the induction happened, is because she wasn't getting proper nutrients because the placenta was dying. But yeah, they had to take her to the NICU. She spent approximately two weeks. Yeah.
And I couldn't see her for 3. Was it? How long?
It was like a good 2 days.
Okay, 2 days.
Cause she had epidural, then she had epidural to have birth, and then she went and had to have anesthesia.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, and this is somebody that's never had a procedure done before.
Right.
So she was out of it. She was loopy. She was loopy for a minute.
When I finally did see her,
can't even talk. Say.
I did not expect to do this on camera. I don't know, it's just, I was happy she was here, of course, but to see how she, the tubes and everything running in her nose, and I just felt helpless, and it hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It hurt.
I know when I saw her, and her mother and my mother were at the hospital, and I was so shocked at everything that had happened. And when I finally seen her and I seen how her head was, I couldn't really describe to them how her head was, because I was like, her head is it's not shaped right. And, you know, her mother like, oh, you know, you can shape it with your hand, but at the time I couldn't form the words or get the sentence to tell them like, no, it's really like that, because I didn't want to scare them either at the time. It's just something that's something you just gotta have to like see it to understand it, you know. But yeah, man. At that moment when I saw her, I just knew like I'm just gonna do everything possible that I can to ensure that she just get the best possible treatment and the get the most support possible. You know, that was my main thing. You know, I was just like, I'm gonna make sure I'm here and a part of her life, and just fight with her and stick by her. You know, that was the main thing. You know, and just continue to keep praying. That was my whole thing. But while she was recovering, I just made sure I went down there, checking up on her, and I sit down there with her. You know, enough to where, you know, I had to make sure I checked up on her too, because you know she was in and out. She might be up talking for like 5 minutes and she would right back out. Because she definitely had a difficult pregnancy and just a difficult.
Had a difficult pregnancy and a
difficult delivery.
It was, like I said, we'll tell y'all about that another time. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember her grabbing my finger for the first time. It was the best feeling.
Yeah, that's an indescribable feeling, man. When your child grab your finger and like she has to open her little eyes up to see me.
Oh my gosh, she was so perfect.
Yeah. Even with all that was going on, like she still like perfect. Like
and
cutest little face.
They had to have some kind of little gel thing for
her
head on.
Like a little gel pack.
Yeah. And even holding her for the first time
was difficult.
Scary. And for one, I never held a baby in my life. For one. So that, you know, it's already scary. And then two, because of her head, you want to try to be as delicate
as possible.
Yeah, and just feel like you could just break them.
Yeah, because both of us, we were both those like type of people that we not holding no babies until they like, you know, real like mobile.
Yeah.
Like I ain't type of dude to just go up and just, oh, can I hold your baby?
Yeah, and I wasn't that type.
Yeah.
So everything that we have done with her is for the first time. Feeding, changing diapers, holding.
Yeah, I ain't never changed. No.
Very, very first time.
Yeah, and I ain't had no little brother or sister, so that was way younger than that. So it ain't like I had to, you know, change no diapers and around the house. I was trying to help out. And my little cousins, I damn sure won't change their diapers.
And my cousins would try to get, while I was pregnant, they would try to get me to change, you know, their baby diapers. Like, this is good practice. I was like, no.
Nah, man.
I'll just do it when mine get here.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah,
so,
but yeah, you had to be able to at least form a good 3 words for me to actually like.
Yeah, I would just.
Even talk to each
just
child.
Too small. They were
this is
small.
So fragile, man. Like, yeah. But we had to get over that quick.
Of course.
I was nervous.
I remember the first time, even trying to burp her. Oh my God, it was the hardest thing for me. Burping.
Burping was crazy. And she's very gassy. She was so gassy.
Okay, so.
You do all that for like you do all that for that.
And they loved her in there too. In the NICU.
Yeah, NICU did an incredible job.
Yeah,
they did an incredible job with her. Yeah.
And she came out weighing 6'5".
Yeah.
But her weight dropped, and I'm thinking it's because. Hold on, let's back up. So, 4 days of being in this world, she had to have brain surgery.
Mm-hmm.
They had to take her
to PACU,
and they had to, like we said, put the shunt in, and so it could drain
exactly
how it's supposed to. So she had this big patch. When we
yeah,
seen
we
her, she
got
had
a
this
big
patch.
bandage.
Yeah.
By her, yeah.
And they had to cut her hair. I hate it.
Yeah, they had to cut her hair.
Whatever. That was 4 days old. Brain surgery.
Yeah.
I can't even explain, how we felt, but we knew it had to be done.
Yeah, because they got, when they do that, they got, of course, they have to put the infants. You have to put an infant on anesthesia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. To even think about that happened to somebody that young,
Right.
that little. And they definitely are trained professionals, but at the end of the day, it's your child. You're gonna be overprotective when it comes to stuff like that. But they did a great. They did a great job. And when the child first comes out, they're still have that. They still feeling the effects of the anesthesia, so they be like, a lot of times it's gonna take some time for them to wake up and stuff. I went in there to see her. We were like, she had started waking up.
Yeah,
I was scared. Like, whoa, hey.
I'm like, she's supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, she was like blinking slowly and stuff. I was like, oh,
yeah,
this ain't supposed to happen, bro.
She a real one.
Yeah, man. She was like, hey, man, it was so I'm ready. Where y'all at? Yeah,
and
crazy.
After the surgery, her head, of course, started shrinking, and her weight also started going down.
Yeah,
and I was thinking it was because she came out 6'5", and she started losing weight. Yeah. But I was thinking it was because her head was getting smaller. That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
So if her head was normal size, she wouldn't have been 6 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been what she was.
Well, yeah, I think she'd have been like 5.5 or something, 5.4, if without the fluid buildup and stuff.
Right, but they still kept her for the
because you gotta realize she was trying to grow with the buildup of the fluid in her head. From the time they found out while she was developing. So that's 5 months she's been in the womb with the fluid just constantly building up, in her head. So when she finally got out, that's 5 months of fluid buildup. But yeah, man.
And they had to keep her for 2 weeks.
And I couldn't even imagine how that feel, having fluid like that build up in your head.
She didn't seem like she was in pain or nothing like that. It was just, her head was just huge.
Yeah. And you so young, nobody remembers what it was like inside the womb.
Right.
So who's to say she didn't have some type of pain while she in there? You don't know.
But I'm saying when she was out,
no, she didn't have
before she
didn't
had
have
surgery or nothing. She didn't.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't seem like she was in any kind of pain.
They was like, she's such a good baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she didn't really cry a whole lot or nothing like that, unless she was hungry.
Right. And
when she was hungry though, you could hear her. Like she was loud.
Yeah. So they kept her for 2 weeks. We ended up staying in the Ronald McDonald house, like not even 5 minutes away, so we could always be right there.
Right there, yeah.
And we were right there.
Yeah.
All day.
Cause they will at the Ronald McDonald house, they will like check in and see how you been.
Yeah, because the reason they're letting you stay there is so you could see your child. So if you're not seeing your child, what's the point?
So if you just laid up at it, cause it's a real it's like a little hotel pretty much.
And it's nice.
Yeah, you can bring your food in there and everything.
We brought the TV.
I brought my TV. Even though we didn't watch the TV at all.
They had sucky Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi was suspect over there. It was some suspect ass Wi-Fi. But yeah, man, we really, our day was going to see her and checking up on her
and eating.
and eating, get some grub, get some gel,
sleep. Oh, I was trying to breastfeed. Breastfeed too.
What's the breast?
I did it for like a couple weeks. Threw that out the window. It's not for me.
That breast pump and all that stuff.
Nah, it was too demanding. I didn't have time for it. But I tried it. She got a good 2 weeks out of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, while she was still there, she had to have hearing tests done and what else? Just the hearing test.
Yeah.
Because the dandy walker, it could affect your hearing and it can affect your vision. When they finally let her go, we did have to take her to see the eye doctor. And I didn't like that because they put some little
drops
thing in. No, the thing
that
kept her eye open.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
She's very violent.
I'm not. But yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. And they got her kind of like, did they strap her down? Or
No, they
like,
ain't strap her down.
Her head? I don't know. They did something to keep her from moving.
I don't remember no strap.
I know we was waiting a long.
I would have got my strap.
We were waiting a long
if
time.
If he would have tried to strap her, I would have got my strap.
Get the strap. Yeah.
I don't have a gun.
She doesn't. That's why I said yeah.
Anyway, so the hearing test came back good. The vision test came back good.
Yeah.
We ended up bringing her home. That wasn't prepared. I was, but I wasn't. Because, when she was in NICU, we had help. We had people that knew exactly what they were doing.
Exactly.
And, where we fell short, they picked up.
Mm-hmm.
But when you take them home, it's just you. Like, there's no nurses, there's no doctors, there's none of that.
Yeah, you got to get accustomed to, like, okay, what does that cry mean? All right, because, one cry might be she wet, one might be she hungry. Might be both.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then you gotta get accustomed to. We had to get accustomed to. Really, the hardest part was getting her to finish a food.
Oh my God, it was.
And the burping her.
Yeah.
Because Jay she was like a picky eater.
And she'll fall asleep.
She fall asleep, bro. Oh my God,
I was so mad. I would have to, somebody told me about this on Facebook, get a cold rag and just put it on her face so she'll wake up and finish the bottle.
Bruh,
it worked a couple times.
It was funny though. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. You put that cold rag on her face?
Yeah,
but we do everything, try to keep her up, but she would do like half of, cause we trying to get her to keep her weight up, cause if she don't keep her weight up, they gonna come to the NICU. And they said that, I think they said something about if she go back again,
she would have to go to the children's.
Yeah, she's not going to the NICU. The visitation isn't the same.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
So yeah, but yeah, man, it was a struggle to get her to eat, to finish her bottle at first, and then a lot of times they don't know how to burp themselves, so you have to make sure you burp them so they can clear that space out because they're feeling full. That's why she falling asleep. But once she burps, she's like, okay, I ain't always full.
Yeah, and
that was hard.
After bringing her home, we had a whole list. I should have kept it, but I didn't. We had a whole list of appointments, back to back to back to back to back. Thank God we were off. We was on leave from work.
Yeah, we was on leave from work. And also we worked second shift, so we was able to attend a lot of them.
As soon as we brought her home, we had an appointment the very next day.
Yeah, we did.
And that's when it started. I mean, back.
I got so tired of seeing doctors, y'all.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she did too.
Yeah, I know she did. I ain't never seen that many doctors.
No.
I literally met about every kind of doctor.
Yeah. Really? We've been all the way to Chapel Hill. That's another story.
Yeah,
but we've been all the way to Chapel Hill.
Yeah. And I wasn't one of them dudes that I was in the bed while she was going to the appointments. I was up too.
He was there every single one. I think he missed one.
I was like one. I was dead tired.
Just one.
I was dead tired. But every other one, I was
through the pregnancy, and after, he was at every, except for that one, just every one of them.
You ain't keep saying that one. Except for that one.
So she was born March 28th. She had the shunt put in 4 days after that.
Yeah.
The shunt stopped working in May, right? Mm-hmm. So she had to have another surgery.
Yeah. Also part of UTI infection.
No. That's skipping.
That's skipping?
Yeah.
It is? Oh, sorry.
That's another. we got a lot of stories.
We got a lot of stories, man. It's a lot went on.
She had to have another surgery on her brain because we noticed the shunt was getting puffy.
Yeah, that's what I know.
It was getting puffy, and we took it to the doctor. They said, it stopped working. Whatever. So
one of the mechanisms up top was causing it not to drain properly.
Yeah,
which
so
was
they had
leaving.
to go back in and fix that.
Yeah.
That was May 2018. It's been working ever since.
Yeah, ever since, man. No problems. And we watch it.
Religiously.
But yeah, that, and I pretty much that's not even like the full scope of what went on. That's just giving you the main deal with the hydrocephalus and Dandy Walker.
I think that's the biggest part. Is the
that was one of the biggest parts.
Dandy Walker. And if you still don't understand what it is, if you want to, you can feel free to Google. Google is your best friend.
Or
you can Google.
I mean, y'all can hit us down below and ask us some questions. Definitely.
But yeah, I think that's it for the hydrocephalus and Dandy Walker.
Yeah, definitely. But we're definitely gonna continue to bring you guys more stories on Jaels as well as on us. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe, y'all hit that notification bell, do all of that, man. Hit them likes, man. Keep them thumbs up. You already know. And we will keep bringing you guys content. Hopefully you guys like what y'all have seen thus far. And with more traffic that we get to the channel, the more we can bring y'all videos and keep them coming a little bit more constant. But for now, we just we're gonna slowly step into this. This is our first time ever doing anything like this.
It took us forever to get ready.
Yeah, we've been talking about creating a channel, man. We just everything kind of settled down now. And because before, it's no way we could have done this with as much stuff as we just told y'all we had going on. And that's just one detail. Like that's one detail that we ain't even told y'all about. The Chapel Hill stuff, and
or the helmet that she
the helmets, the fever
and
and stuff. Yeah, so it's a lot more stuff that's going on. But we mainly wanted to just shed some light on Dandy Walker and hydrocephalus, man, because it's something we had never heard of before until now.
And she's crawling. Let me just put that out there for the doctors that said, that wasn't crawling. She's crawling.
Yeah. She was sitting up. She was sitting up on her own.
But thank you for your opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
She's just fine.
Just dandy. Just dandy.
Now we're just waiting for her to start walking.
Yeah, when she walk, that's gonna be crazy. Like notice I said when she walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you are somebody and you have a child that has
a
Dandy Walker, it's not the end of the world, trust me.
It's not.
And everything that the doctors say.
Yeah, and that's just
sometimes they get it wrong.
Yeah,
and
that's just with anything.
Case, they got it wrong.
Yeah, and that's just like with anything. Like don't ever rule out. Don't ever rule out the impossible. You know what I'm saying? You never know what could happen.
And prayer.
Definitely, prayer.
It's very, very powerful. Yeah. And it does work. And definitely he does hear you. Trust me, like
whether you pray, meditate, whatever, man, like it's something. It helps. Like I don't know what everybody's denomination is or whether they're religious or just spiritual.
For us.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
He has been ever since you was born, he's been showing up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely has, man. Time. Yeah. Answered a lot of them prayers.
And we didn't want to make this video sad.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to, cause it's nothing sad about.
If I would have made it, if I would have made this video last year, like around the time we found out about all this stuff, it would have been very.
It'd have been very sad,
very somber, but
we
didn't want to make it sad because it's not.
It's not a sad story. It's like a triumphant type story. Like it's something for you to build on, like. And say, man, like look at this job.
Yeah.
And you know, with hydrocephalus, there are some cases where it is severe. You know, but it's not. Like she said, it's not the end of the world. You know, because that's if your child has any kind of complications, during your trimesters or during pregnancy. You know.
And you know, when you research something, the first thing that pops up is all bad stuff. It's
Yeah,
all
definitely.
negative stuff. So we really wanted to make the video to put some positivity out there. You know, hopefully if you
because so much negativity in the world.
Yeah, hopefully if you going through this, you'll catch this video, watch this video, and get some kind of something from it because.
Yeah, we just want to be a help to somebody else, like a blessing to somebody else that might be going through similar situations with their child. Yeah, definitely. We want to put our story out there, and we're gonna give you Jael later on another video and let you guys actually visibly see her. In this one, we're gonna give you guys the pictures at the end.
Yeah, so you can see.
Yeah.
Where she
started, yeah. Then you know, you see where she's at now, and we'll probably keep giving you videos showing her progress, showing our progress as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think that's it.
I think that's it too, man. Until next time. You know what I'm saying? It's just us three.